My FOs for this week are Cushy Slippers, round about a size 9. I made these for my daughter. This is what the inside looks like. Pardon the cat hair. It's basically started here with just a straight, worked flat back and forth and seamed together. The cast on edges seamed to itself to make the heel. And it's basically a rectangle all the way through until the very last segment. And the very last, these are all 5 stitches wide and 4 garter bumps, garter ridges. And this here is 4, but each one is tapered by 1. I decreased by 1 here, by 1 here, by 1 there. And on the very last one, I just knit them all together and draw a loop through to close that. And then I seamed up the center. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 segments in length. And I seamed up 4, leaving 3 unseamed so that her foot can go in. She says her feet are a size 9, so I guess these are a size 9. I did follow a pattern. I'll leave the link below. And here are my pocket pals for this week. I did a Koala and a Cthulhu. This one here's my second one. It's my favorite. I did tendril. I knit tendril stitches. And I sewed it to his face. And these are bullion stitches embroidered in. And here is 1 stitch pinned in the center. And then I just wrapped it. And those are just French knots. That's all the embroidery for that. And this is a fin. I believe what I did here is I cast on 4, and on one edge I did increases on every row, and on the other edge I did a decrease on every row. And I got that fin shape. And the wing is something else entirely. I wanted it to taper into a very pointy point, and I wanted it to have a thumb. And I wanted the front and back to look the same, so I don't have to knit a right side and a left side. I believe what I did was I started by casting onto a draw loop, and for every row this direction I increased here, and I think there's just the 2 rows, so I came back. And then on my way this way again, I increased here. And I E-loop, cast on 2, and bound off until there were only 4 stitches left. And I E-loop 2, and bound off the rest. So that's how I got that shape. I also stitched the head onto the body. I'll show you on compared to the koala's head. You see how the divide there for the neck strand. I crunched Cthulhu down and sewed his head to his back, trying to, in an attempt to get more octopus bulbous shape. And I think it worked. I think that's all the details on him. And then my koala. I did the usual panel that I've been doing for my littles. I cast on 3, increased to 5, 3 rows, stock and stitch, decrease to 3, and then gathered on a draw loop and sewed it on. And for his chin, I believe I cast on, you know what, I don't remember what I cast on, but I did it on a draw loop. And I did stockinette, and then I grafted it, by the top of this I got 4 to 4 stitches, and I grafted the 4 stitches onto his face and sewed the sides down, and his nose is just long strands of black, long stitches of black, and of course the French knots. And for his ear, I believe I cast on 10, maybe 8. Yeah, I think it was 10. I'd have to look at my notes. Anyway, I cast on onto a draw loop with the pink part, and then I purled in gray, and then I decreased by 1 on this end, knit across and decreased by 1 on this end, and gathered onto a draw loop and closed it. Very finicky. I had to pry and needle shape to get the stitches to come out this arched. It was kind of flat and lumptious before that. So that's all his details. And I am going to now look for pictures of the ood from Doctor Who. My daughter gave me the idea that if I put a bulb, make a bulb for his little hand here and have it leading up, and get rid of his fins, and I don't know, I have to look at the face and decide how the embroidery is going to go and what else I need to do. But I'm going to see if I can make the ood from Doctor Who for my mythical pocket buddy. And for my animal pocket buddy this coming week, I am going to be looking at pictures of the Highland cow, the one with the horns and the dangly long bangs, the curly bangs. So that's what I'm up to next. Flumpy decided he wants to say hello.